Okay, so when you're daydreaming about world-class travel destinations, does Pakistan pop into your head? For a lot of people, probably not. And that's usually because what we see in the headlines doesn't even begin to tell the whole story. But we're talking about a place with wonders most of the world has never seen, landscapes that can go toe-to-toe with the most famous spots on Earth, and cities just brimming with history. So yeah, let's dive into this.
So, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Why is a place this incredible so overlooked? We're going to build a case, exhibit by exhibit, to try and figure out why this country might just be one of the world's biggest, most beautiful secrets. All right, for our first piece of evidence, Exhibit A, we have to go way, way back in time. We're talking about a history so deep, so ancient, that it honestly challenges the familiar stories most of us learned about the dawn of civilization.
Now, this might actually surprise you. We all know about ancient Egypt, right? The pyramids, the pharaohs, the whole deal. But just look at this timeline. The Indus Valley civilization, which was thriving right there in modern-day Pakistan, actually got its start before the legendary Egyptian dynasties even began.
That's right, over 200 years older. And listen, we're not talking about some tiny little settlement here. This was one of the world's very first, most sophisticated urban cultures, flourishing along the massive Indus River. It's just a powerful reminder that some of the most epic chapters of human history were written in places we don't always hear about.
And this is where you really see that depth in action. It's just incredible. You've got Mohenjo-Daro, one of the first planned cities in the entire world, dating back to 2500 BCE. Then you have sacred Hindu sites that are 1,500 years old, grand Mughal forts recognized by UNESCO, and these immense desert fortresses. It's literally layers upon layers of history from totally different empires and faiths, all etched right into the land.
Okay, so let's move on to our second exhibit. We're shifting gears from ancient history to just pure geological drama, because Pakistan's natural landscapes are, to put it mildly, absolutely epic. We're talking some of the most dramatic scenery on the entire planet. You see, up in the north of the country, something happens that's found literally nowhere else on Earth. 3 of the world's mightiest mountain ranges, the Himalayas, the Karakoram, and the Hindu Kush, all smash into each other. This incredible collision creates one of the most jaw-dropping, awe-inspiring landscapes you can possibly imagine. And get this, just within that one range, the Karakoram, you'll find 5 of the world's 14 tallest mountains, every single one of them soaring over 8,000 meters high. It's an unbelievable concentration of giants, surrounded by some of the largest glaciers outside of the polar regions. It's just wild. Everybody knows Mount Everest, of course. It's the highest. But Pakistan is home to K2, the world's second highest mountain. And here's the thing. While Everest gets the fame, K2 is called the Savage Mountain for a reason. Among elite mountaineers, it's known as a far more difficult, technically demanding, and dangerous climb. It holds this incredible mystique that just draws in the best climbers in the world. But it's not just about the giant peaks, not even close. The sheer variety of landscapes packed into one country is just mind-blowing. You can find these surreal, cold deserts, massive high-altitude plateaus called the Land of Giants, incredibly lush green valleys, a pristine, untouched coastline, and even a magical place called Fairy Meadows. It's a complete tapestry of different ecosystems. And how do you get through all this magnificent, rugged terrain? Well, you take what's often called the 8th wonder of the world, the Karakoram Highway. This is the highest paved international road on the planet, an absolute marvel of engineering set against a backdrop of raw, untamed nature. So, we've got the ancient history. We've got the epic nature. For our final exhibit, let's dive into the living, breathing culture, the soul of Pakistan. This, right here, is where the country's heart truly beats. And there is no better example of this than Pakistan's famous truck art. I mean, just look at this. These aren't just vehicles, they're moving masterpieces. They're rolling canvases covered in these bold, vibrant patterns, poetry, and portraits. They literally carry the stories, the dreams, and the spirit of the people. It's art woven right into the fabric of everyday life. And you know, a huge part of that cultural soul comes from Sufism. It's this beautiful, mystical tradition within Islam that's all about love, peace, and spirituality. And it's not just some ancient thing. This heritage is vibrantly alive today in the music, the poetry, and the shrines you'll find in cities like Multan and Lahore.
And that brings us to Lahore. You really can't talk about culture in Pakistan without talking about Lahore. This city is the cultural capital, no question. With over 2,000 years of history, it's this incredible place where Mughal grandeur, colonial architecture, and modern energy all come together. It's a true cradle of art, poetry, and music. It's really the heart of the nation.
So let's step back for a second and look at our case. We have Exhibit A, the mind-boggling ancient history. We have Exhibit B, the jaw-dropping natural world. And Exhibit C, this vibrant living soul. When you put all three of those pieces together, well, the verdict starts to become pretty clear.
The bottom line is this. Pakistan isn't just one thing. It's this incredibly rich and complex tapestry where thousands of years of civilization meet some of the most powerful landscapes on Earth, all brought to life by a culture with so much depth and spirit. By almost any measure you can think of, it truly is an undiscovered world.
You know, I want to leave you with these words from Pakistan's national poet, Allama Iqbal, because they just perfectly capture that sense of wonder and endless discovery. Beyond the stars are worlds yet to be explored. So maybe the real question isn't why Pakistan is so underrated, but how much longer a place like this can possibly